Hey you guys, it's Kia again. Very happy to see you all in my new video. I'm sorry I didn't upload for a long time. These couple of months have been hectic. First of all, today is exactly 1 month anniversary since I got married. So we had a wedding exactly a month ago, and also I had my birthday party. I was too scared to hold it inside the building, so we had like a picnic style movie night outdoors near the river. And also there have been some stressful deadlines, so today I'm finally making a video, and this is a very summerish one. I'm gonna show you how I make a plum syrup. Let's stick with syrup. So basically it's syrup made of green plums. This one is frozen, so it looks like white, but it's actually green. It's unripe Japanese plum called ume. So if you want to make a ume syrup, in Japanese it's called梅シロッフ, but also you can make umeshu, a plum wine. And last year I did both. So what you need for that is you need green unripe plums, ume. This time of the year they're being sold anywhere in Japanese supermarkets. You can find them, ume. Also you need a rock sugar. What is that? So this sugar is a bit different from usual ones. It's just basically big pieces of sugar, heavy ones, and they melt slowly. By that, they slowly extract that ume essence. And you need a big jar, a glass jar. You can also buy it in supermarkets or even in 100 yen store. I think in 100 yen store this would cost like 300 yen, and I used 4-liter ones. So 1 kg of ume, 1 kg of rock sugar, and 4 kg worth of glass jar. Last year I did ume syrup. I used like advice of my dear friend Joanna, who grew up in Japan, and she would treat me with amazing ume syrup drink, and I loved it. And I was like, how do you make this? So she taught me that you have to like have this set up, and then afterwards you have this ume. She would just keep it in her syrup, but I decided to recycle it. And after getting my ume syrup done, I used the same plums, here they are, for making umeshu. Because I read that the taste from fresh plums and from syrupy ones is not that different. These are the plums from last year, can you imagine? So basically, there are many different recipes online, and many people just put like plums and they layer it with sugar. I did what my friend suggested me to do. I put plums first, and then I put sugar on top. And that way, the sugar keeps the weight off, and plums don't like kind of come up, and they give their essence slower. But also, another trick that Joanna taught me is that you have to freeze ume before using them. So when you buy this pack, I think it's natural that you want to wash them. So first you go ahead and wash them, and then you dry them on a paper towel, and then you need to remove the stems. I saved one plum. I did all of it yesterday to save up time today, but I did not remove one stem here to show you how to do it. Usually I would just do it with my nails, although it's kind of gross, but many people use this kind of, I don't know what is it. It's a giant toothpick. So you basically just pick it, and the stem comes out. It is important to do this procedure in order to like the stems don't get into your syrup later. And once you do that, your ume is nice and ready, and you can freeze it in the exact same that you got it. I washed the bag and then I dried it. I did all of those unnecessary things, but this is just what I am. And I put the plums inside and I froze them overnight. And if you freeze your plums first, your like plums in the syrup will not get like weird and wrinkly too fast. They will stay nice and plump. So let's just go ahead and do it now. This is actually the leftover syrup from last year. It's nice and goldeny, and it's amazing to drink with cold soda, like club soda water and some ice. Although I don't really like icy drinks, this one I've loved too much, so I finished this whole jar in less than half a year. So I initially made everything here, and after my ume syrup was ready, like in a month or two, I put all the syrup in this jar, which I bought like separately, and I kept the ume here, and I put white liquor. White liquor is kind of like an alcoholic drink you can buy in Japan, and it's amazing for making fruit liquors because it doesn't have any strong odor or doesn't intervene with like plum's flavor. And it's usually 35%, and it has to be 35 or more because plums are very moistury and they release a lot of moisture, and you don't want any bacteria to grow in it, so you have to use strong liquor. I also heard of people using rum and gin and even vodka. I use just white liquor. White liquor. So how to make umeshu? Like, you can just make syrup if you don't like alcohol and just stop there. But I kind of like, although I don't like alcohol, I kind of fancied the idea that I can make my own homemade plum wine. So I went for it. But there are people who do even like they even take an extra step and they use these plums after making syrup, after making a umeshu. They use these plums and cut up and add some Korean hot spice and make like kind of nice marinated snack. Or they make a jam out of it. I don't know what I'm gonna make because I just took them out yesterday. Yeah, because it took like a year to make this umeshu. I plan to serve it at both of our weddings this August, but it's not gonna happen this year. Maybe next year. So first of all, you have to wash and disinfect this glass jar. I did it with just boiling water and dry it overnight. After that, you just put all your ume inside. Ume is plum, right? So we're making plum syrup today. And it's not just for fun, it's quite good for health. Although it's said that plum wine is like it serves as appetizer because it increases your appetite. I also know that if you're tired, or if you have your like some stomach pain, Japanese people drink it in summer because it's very refreshing and nice. And ume has a bunch of nice extracts. Woo! Good. So, as I said, some people put one layer of fruit and then they put one layer of sugar and then they just keep layering it up. I prefer to put sugar on top of the fruit, as my friend taught me, because in that case, the sugar is heavy and it keeps plums inside and we don't come up. There are many different ways. Mine is not probably the right one, but not the only one which is right. But you can do whatever you like. So, rock sugar is quite interesting. I've never seen it before coming to Japan. Actually, so there's been a little hiccup. First, my phone just went to the sleeping mode, and I've been talking half a video to myself. Then I spilled a little bit of my sugar, so there's less than a kg, but we keep going, and we keep going strong. As you can see, we already have our plums in a jar. They're nice and firm. And many people, as I said, they prefer to put like layers. They prefer to layer plums with sugar. I just like to put all my rock sugar on top, like this. Oh yeah, good so far. Why do I do this? This is like another trick that my friend Joanna taught me. In this way, the rock sugar, it's pressing the plums from top, and plums don't float up for a long time, and thus they're slowly giving away their flavorness, like flavorfulness, and it's more like it's increased basically. And I like this way because sometimes when I look how plum goes up, I'm like thinking, is it a good plum? Was it bad? And here I'm like a bit more feeling on the safe side. Yeah, this is like the way I make the ume syrup, and I'm not sure if it's the only right way because there are many right ways. There's such a thing as a right way, you can just do whatever you want, but this is what I suggest to do. First, you freeze your plums so they stay plump and nice. Stay plump and nice, and then you put the rock sugar on top. You can also use a normal sugar, like granulated one, but then it's gonna melt much faster. And also, I read that powdered sugar basically it tends to accumulate in the bottom. So if you do that, you have to keep like mixing it from time to time. So we are done with this, and then we just seal it with the lid. With some air. Seal the air on as well. And then you're done. You put this in a not dark but shadowy place without direct sunlight for about a month. And in a month, you're gonna have delicious syrup, plum syrup. which is good for health, which kind of stimulates your stomach, helps you when you're tired and when you have a stomach ache. I just like to drink it because it's sweet and flavorful. And later on, I'm going to decide what to do with these plums from last year, which I took out yesterday. And then this umeshu. So as I said, you can just make an umeshu syrup and just be done with it. And you just can keep the plums as long as you want. Although I heard that they tend to go bad. I heard in the syrup if you keep them over a year. But my friend used to do that, and her plums were completely fine. So I don't know. But what I did last year, and which I'm planning to do this year, I made a syrup. A month later, I had an amazing syrup. Then I bought this another jar, and I poured all the syrup into this jar. And you know that I showed you this. It has a hole, so you can pour the liquid, but the plums stay inside thanks to this sealing. And after that, I bought another pack of this rock sugar. I put it on top of the same plums, not the fresh ones. And I poured 2 liters of white liquor. White liquor, Japanese white liquor, has no smell, no strong taste, so basically it's perfect for making fruit liquors. But you can also use anything which is more than 35 degrees, 35%. Because in that case, it doesn't go bad. The fruit doesn't go bad. You can use like rum, and you can use gin tonic or gin, or you can also use vodka. I used white liquor. In that case, if you follow like my instructions, I would say, you can get a nice syrup, you can get a nice umeshu, and then you'll have ume to make snacks out of. But umeshu takes time. If you don't need like a sweet syrup, you can just straight go ahead and make umeshu. But then you have to be patient. It's gonna take at least from half a year to a year to get this amazing flavor. There's less spirit but more plum. And I hope you like this video, and I hope you are gonna stay tuned. I'm gonna make more videos later on. Maybe somebody would be interested in like how foreigners can get married in Japan, or soon I'm going for my birthday trip near Mount Fuji. So I'll try to take videos there, and see you all around. Bye bye.